Hey folks, this is Tiff, and I'm back with another episode of Meet the Trainers. And I'm excited because it's not every day that I get to introduce someone who is teaching at TACCon for the first time. Don't confuse that with Jim being a new trainer. He is not. He is very, very experienced, but he's been coming to TACCon as an attendee. And this year, Tom extended the honor of having him join the TechCon trainers cadre. So, Jim, here is my official welcome to the family, welcome to the cadre, and we are super lucky to have you. For those who have not trained with you or are not familiar with you, please introduce yourself.
So I'm Jim Shanahan. I own Advanced Performance Shooting, and you're right. I started the company in 1998. So been doing it for a pretty long time, just not doing it quite like this. And I'm just so honored to be a part of TACON, even as an attendee. That's an honor and a privilege. But when I got the invite to be a presenter, just beside myself with that.
Well, that speaks volumes about your humility, which I will say, and folks have heard me say this before, is one of the things that makes people stand out to Tom when they're humble, because ego is a cancer in this community, let me tell you. So thank you for that, humility. And with that, we now have the privilege of taking your class called Hell of a Little Drill, which I love that title, and I can't wait for you to tell us about it. What can folks expect in this live fire training block?
Yeah, and I think what's very unique with the Hell of a Little Drill is it's not like other drills. It's purposefully and it's not process versus outcome is kind of where I led into it, and that's not how I designed the Hell of a Little Drill. I kind of built it off of the old cloverleaf drill, where most trainers that use the cloverleaf drill historically we're using it as a trigger control like exercise. And I see value in it from the grip aspect, but it's very short exercise. And most people that have shot for a little while know that you can absolutely cheat. And shooters are cheaters. They get the gun up in front of their eyes and they're like, "Whoa, that's just good enough, and we'll see what happens." And whack, and then they're like, "Oh, I'll do it better next time." And when next time rolls around, they'll cheat through it again. And earlier this year, maybe a couple years ago, the concept of focus on the process, not the outcome, really started being one of those catchphrases. And lots of times, those catchphrases, in my experience, they're used, but they're not always as understood as they could. And the Hell of a Little Drill, 7 round exercise that by design I repeat 3 times in a row. And you act from a trainer standpoint, I love doing that drill because you actually watch people learn in a way that you don't normally get to see it. The first time they go through that exercise, and I hate to give too much of it away, but they're building a grip. And keep in mind, we're process versus outcome, but they're building a grip on their support side with both hands. And the first time they do it, they're like all thumbs, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, holy cow!" But just a few minutes later, when they repeat that exercise the third time, they look like a professional doing it because we've and not enforced isn't the right word. It's not like I'm standing there with a stick, like, "No, I'll do it this
Right.
way." Uh, but but they're forced to think about something that they don't think about normally. They know how to build a grip, but they can't describe it. They can't explain it. And when they have to do it on that mirrored side, it is a huge challenge for them. So
Well,
I
I'm gonna
love
put
that.
yeah, me too. I'm gonna put a pin in it there because, like you said, we don't want to give too much of it away. But I will say, folks, the way that Jim has designed this exercise, it's very much one of those rare occasions where in the span of 2 hours you get measurable results. Like you'll shoot differently afterwards, and that doesn't come around every day. A lot of shooting sessions are, we get to send some lead down range and we have fun and we practice and reiterate things that we've been doing all along. But here you have a chance to really challenge your framework and see if you can't, actually put in some refinements that stick and that make a difference that you can see right here. Not a year from now, but like right now. Am I right, Jim?
Right. Right. Yeah. It's an instantaneous. It's not a fix,
Sure.
but the way we manage it, the way we go through that particular exercise, really gives them, if they're at that point in their shooting journey, it gives them a method to work on everything, not just those specific drill related events, but everything related, fundamental and essential skills. So
Fantastic.
I'm super stoked.
I am stoked as well, and I can't wait to see how much the TatCon family just absolutely devours this content. And you have three chances, folks. Three chances to train with Jim. He's repeating his class three times. Well, I always get confused about that. I guess you're repeating it two times.
Twice. Yeah.
You're teaching it
Right.
a total of three times.
Yep.
So don't miss this opportunity. Jim is not only a great shooter and a great instructor, but he's also a good friend and an awesome human being. So thanks for joining the training cadre, Jim, and I really look forward to seeing you in Dallas.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.